This live stream is sponsored in part by Tint Wiz. Tint Wiz is a CRM suite designed for window tinters. From acquisition to invoicing and everywhere in between, you can run your business more efficiently and more profitably with Tint Wiz. Check it out at tintwiz.com. You can also download it for iOS and Android. Don't forget your free 30-day trial at sign up. This live stream is also sponsored in part by Dry Shrink Prep. Dry Shrink Prep is the healthy alternative to dryer sheets. Made with 100% all natural ingredients, Dry Shrink Prep is changing the industry for the better, one shrink at a time. For more information and a purchase, go to dryshrinkprep.com. This live stream is also sponsored in part by Solar Effects Window Films. At Solar Effects Window Films, their goal is simple: make your car look hotter while keeping your interior cooler. Their automotive window films are manufactured with the most advanced technologies available, which allow them to deliver a broad range of products to meet your needs. Check out solareffectswindowfilms.com and find out why they're the fastest growing film company in the US. This live stream is also sponsored in part by The Feel Marketing. We help window tint installers position their brands properly and scale their business through brand strategy and a proven Facebook advertising framework. For more information, check them out at thefeelmarketing.com. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. How you doing? Look what we got here. Z Customs always here. One of the first guys always in here. What's going on, Z Customs? Quick shade window tinting. One of the first once again. Yes. Texas window tinter 99 or Texas tinter 99. Thank you very much. What's going on? Mateo P. What's going on, brother? Thank you very much for joining us. It looks like we got some people coming into the live stream. So welcome. 1,000 welcomes. If you guys are joining us either through YouTube or Facebook, it doesn't matter. What's going on? Say hi. Give me a second. If you're part of the window tinting business, a Facebook group, or the window tinting classifieds Facebook group, it takes me a moment because those groups are private. It looks like Michael Tint Boss, what's going on? You said good night. What's going on? Those groups are private, so like I have to like actually go on the website or actually go on the group to be able to read the comments to see exactly who it was. So if you want me to know exactly who you are and you're part of any of those groups, feel free to type your name and then go ahead and type your comment. That way I know who you are. If not, it just shows up as a Facebook user to me. So what's going on, guys? Welcome, man. That cuts fresh, my man. Look at yeah, I got my ears lowered finally. It took me about 3 weeks to get in with my barber. He was on another thing, man. He was doing his own thing, schedule wise changes. I'm gonna go ahead and change up the music, get a little bit more upbeat music here for you. There we go. So what's going on? Mono 10 on, baby. What's going on? Catherine, hello. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Cool. How's everything? I'm doing good. I'm feeling really good. So tonight what we're going to be doing is we're going to be tinting. I'm going to show you me tinting a Hyundai Elantra 2017. This one has the back quarter windows and the side windows and the back window. We're just doing the sides and the back. And it's a little bit different tonight because this is actually out of my own shop, out of my own garage, but I'm actually double cutting the sides, which I never do, never do. And I was like, you know what, let's just suck it up and let's try to get it done So I went ahead and tried double cutting, and I think it turned out really well. I actually did another car. That's going to be the next car. The next live stream is going to be another Hyundai Elantra, but it's going to be a 2015 different model. The next one doesn't have quarter windows, and we're actually doing a front windshield on that one as well. So things are doing really well. If you guys are in here on Facebook or YouTube, type in the comments below throughout the live stream. If you guys have any questions, concerns, shout outs, criticisms at all at any time, feel free to comment. I'll go ahead and read it, and I have the power to pause things, stop things, rewind things, so that you guys can learn exactly what I'm doing or how I'm doing things if you had questions about that. So before we go ahead and get started, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, make sure to give the video a like. Make sure to give it a like and give it a share if you can, especially on Facebook. YouTube is kind of iffy because there's so many different people around, but Facebook is definitely beneficial. Double cut, double shrink. You know what? I know that, right? But mainly I'm a plotter guy, but I'm going to be doing pretty much the rest of my live streams are going to be hand cutting out of my own garage until I get a dang plotter. I can't wait. I'll tell you what, I can't wait. So let me go ahead and pull up my thing here. Let me go ahead and pull up my screen here. Hold on one second. Ugh. By the way, I got into this new show. If y'all haven't watched Cobra Kai, holy shit, on Netflix. Cobra Kai on Netflix is stupid good. Your videos. We're gonna do the 2017 today. We got a 27. Too early. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started with this live stream. Again, if you guys have any questions, concerns, shout outs, go ahead and type them in the comments below, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is gonna take about 2 hours. The video itself is 1 hour and 49 minutes and change, and we're gonna go ahead and answer questions throughout. And if you guys have any questions, we'll stick around for a little bit at the very end, and then we're gonna go ahead and call it at the end. So let me go ahead and switch over here, and let me lower the music down just enough to get some background music. And here we go. Recording. I can't see. And we're recording. I'm not going to show this part right here. I totally forgot. So I pulled out the owner's registration.
2017 Hyundai Elantra.
I pulled out the owner's registration and I actually looked at it, but I forgot I had my camera in my head, so I don't want to be showing that information there. So that's why I did that. So I just binge watched Cobra Kai. Catherine, yeah, I'm addicted. I can't wait till season 3. Can't wait till season 3. Opa. Let's switch back. Let's keep going.
The year really doesn't matter because I'm not going to be plotter cutting. I'm going to be hand cutting today. So the year really doesn't make a difference. But yeah, we got a 2017 Hyundai Elantra, and we're going to be doing it in 15% on the sides and on the back. And we're going to be using our mid-grade film, our IRFX, and that's our entry-level ceramic. Really good heat rejection properties, and probably one of my most popular sellers. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started with the back window first, and then we'll go ahead and move on to the sides. All hand cut today, so fun.
I feel like I talked a lot more in this video than I normally do. Normally I stay quiet so then I can commentary, but it is what it is.
Starting off with the back window here, just getting some DSP prepped up here. This DSP pouch is so old. It's got to be at least 6 months old, and I have more than enough in the next garage. I don't know. I still haven't changed it yet.
Z Customs, yeah, it's 18 feet
Guess
deep.
I'm trying to see how long it'll go.
And 12 feet wide.
Maybe 4 months? I don't know.
Not very wide.
It does last.
If I wanted to do a single car garage, 18 feet deep is actually pretty good. Probably 20 to 25 feet deep, just so you have like actual room for equipment and whatnot. But the 12 feet is just a little too narrow. I can't open both doors on both sides. You probably need about 15 to 17 feet wide. I'm just saying right there.
Last a while. Now usually what I do is I'll put the film in this box for a back window and then measure how far it is. I'm getting my shirt wet because the car's wet. And measure how far it is or how long it is, and then just cut it out of the box. So, but I have a film handler, so I just kind of set it up here. I've never actually tried it this way with just like cutting out the back window with a film handler. So I kind of want to see how it goes. I actually have, yeah, here it is, that wooden plank right there. I'm actually going to cut that down to size to 72 inches, and I'm going to move this ladder, and I'm going to put a shelf for the film handler. So that way, if I need to do like pre-cuts or anything else like that, it's always set up and ready to go. This is like the ladder and the film handler. This is more of like the mobile unit. This is how it would be set up for flat glass jobs. So, and obviously this can hold up to 72-inch rolls and whatnot. But yeah, then this way I can pull the full length, and it's just a little bit easier to manage instead of coming straight out of a box.
Fraser, you went to Florida? I know. There's a lot of freaking tinters in Florida.
How wide we're at?
Fraser said there's a lot of purple tint in Florida. There's a lot of tinters in Florida. And not all of us are great.
Inches.
Not all of us use good quality film.
See, yeah. Actually, where's my tape?
Z Customs, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I'm working on my first home too. About 2 years out. 2 years out. It helps that I have 2 garages.
Measure out 48 inches real quick. Be roughly right here. And just put my tape like so. Pretty much do the same thing for flat as well.
Nilo asked a question about window tinters in Texas. I know a bunch of window tinters in Texas. I know it's a warmer climate in Texas, so I'm assuming there are more window tinters. I know Dirty is out of Texas, and a couple other cats are out of Texas, and even Expel is their home base out of San Antonio, so I'm sure there are a lot of window tinters. I just don't exactly know. I'm sure there's a good market, but I don't know firsthand myself.
Boom. And this way it's a little bit more accurate. I like using it this way because I'll unroll it and I'll give myself a little bit more. I'll give myself like 6 inches, right? Because if I'm off too short, then I waste all this film. So I give, when I would cut out of the box, I do like a few inches more. But this way I can actually go a little bit closer, keep that closer number, and that way I don't have as much waste. So let's get that here. And I always have to double check. And one trick, if you guys don't want to like peel a corner and feel which one it is, which side is which, if you're trying to figure out which side is the liner side versus the film side, if you fold it on top of itself, liner to liner will always slide. And if you go the other way, film to film will always stick. So that's always a good indicator of where, which way the film is. And I am actually going to be a couple inches. I measured from the bottom here. I should have measured from the top. Why don't we do that again? Good practices. And that's the beautiful thing about a film handler. You can adjust things. Probably making this more difficult than it needs to be. 48's about right here. There we go. And right now I'm folding it in with the liner in and the film out, kind of like the same way I would if I was doing a reverse roll. And there's a reason why I do that. I'll show you in just a second.
Measure twice, cut once. That's right. Texas 1099. That's right, baby.
All right, so I have DSP already on the car. God, I should have used, oh, you know what I didn't do? I have a badass light, but these are receded in pretty good. I'll just deal with it. I'll deal with it. Should have used glass aid. So I put the film here, and this is why I roll it with the liner side in, is that I can just literally unroll it, and we're good to go. You know what I didn't grab? I didn't grab my heat gun, which is in the van. It's one thing I didn't grab. Let's go get it. Where are my keys? I have my keys in my pocket. Are they my keys? Yes, one's the van keys and one is the client keys. I just need the heat gun. Already have extension cord in there. Opa. Shoot. I'm gonna have to go back to get my light.
What's going on, guys? If you're just joining us, we're doing a 2017 Hyundai Elantra. We're going to be doing 15% on the sides and the back, changing it up a little bit this time around because I am going to be doing a double cut on the back doors and the front doors. I didn't double cut the quarters just because I didn't want to mess them up. So, but that's what we're doing right now. If you guys have any questions, concerns, shout outs, criticisms, now is the time. Feel free to go ahead and write it down in the comments below, and we'll go ahead and get to them. I grunt a lot. I grunt a lot more than I realize. I don't remember me grunting that much when I was younger, when I was 5 years ago when I started. I don't know. Chris Toll, yes, we are mobile, and our pricing just depends on the type of vehicle you have. But if you have a four-door sedan, you're looking at entry-level dyed film is 165, and our first line of ceramic is 245, and our super ceramic is 515. So it really just depends on the type of film that you choose. For those guys that are watching as well, I'm actually streaming to my business page as well. So there are actually some people that are asking how much I charge for film and whatnot. So that's a good thing, I guess.
Sir?
How much do you charge to do window tint?
It depends on the car do you have. What kind of car do you have?
I'm just gonna, it's like that blue one that's right out there, but it's white. It's not that one, but it's one just.
It's like a crossover?
Basically.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, the prices change if it's like a minivan or like a Yukon Denali, like a big, large one. But if it's like a four-door sedan or a crossover, then my entry-level film starts at 165, and then my standard film is at 245, and then my super high-end stuff is 515. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, and I have 5, 15, and 30 available. So like we're doing 15 around on the sides and the back on this vehicle. So we have all the shade options available, and then you just kind of choose which grade you want. And I just tell people you want to go with you want to go furthest down the trough, but stay within your budget.
Right.
You know, so you can check out the website. It has all the information and gives you like more details about like heat rejection numbers and things like that. Kind of see where your money's going.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess my next question, do you do weekends too?
I do weekends. I work on Sundays.
Okay.
Yeah, Sundays work for me.
Awesome.
So
'Cause, yeah, I work usually Monday through Friday.
yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. You got to be available
Exactly.
for the clients. So yeah, I'm definitely available on Sundays.
Okay.
And since you're in the garage, I mean you're in the apartment complex, then you can just bring right here, take it for a couple hours, and then send it back off to you.
Sweet. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Someone asked Texas Tinter 99 said, what do I think about the heat gun I'm using? I absolutely love that heat gun. It used to be the Porter Cable heat gun, and Porter Cable doesn't make it anymore. It's now a Craftsman, but it's literally the exact same thing. It's just branded Craftsman.
Following me, obviously, like this is my business, right? Sun Solutions Tinting. That's what you see right here. And I did a whole series on how to start a window tinting business. And so we're about 6 months into it, and some of you guys might be questioning or wondering the prices I just gave. So that's a new development. I was very into like wanting to be, and I still am, like the premium mobile window tinting company, right? So I wanted to get my prices pretty fair. I mean, pretty high. So I was originally at like 200, 300, and 600. 200 for my dyed, 300 for my entry-level ceramic or my standard, and then 600 for my super ceramic, which is the bad boy, right? The FX Plus. But I've been doing this for about 5 or 6 months now, right? Now, granted, the first 2 or 3 months really didn't help out because of COVID, so that really doesn't help. And I've been getting calls The problem is that I have not been closing as much as I wanted to, and I took a really close observation as to what I'm doing in the entire you know, the organization and how it's running and how I'm running it. And I clearly know how to tint very well, right? I have all the equipment. I have a badass van that's wrapped. Like, I look professional. I have everything in place, but the jobs were still not coming in. So the only thing that I could think of would be the price. Now, I know a friend of mine that would bust my balls and say something to the effect of short-term gain or lowering my price to get clients in is not worth the long-term brand, which I agree. Unfortunately, I'm in the position where I am working 2 or 3 days a week dedicated to this, and I can't afford to not have business. So the new game plan is that, and this is how I'm going to be promoting it, is that you can typically, how window tinting works is you can get a quality installation, quality film at a shop for, and this is like standard stuff, right? For the most part, right? But it comes at a price. Or you can get a really solid price. I'm gonna turn off these lights so I can see this back window. You can get a really solid price, but you're not gonna get a warranty. You know, you're not gonna get probably not that great of an installation, maybe. And it's going to be an okay experience, and you'll probably need to redo your car in a couple of years. So what I want to do is I want to offer the best of both worlds. I want to offer a decent price, a good price. $165, that's a solid price, I think. I think that's where I want to go to start. And then, but you're offering a solid price with the quality of a brick and mortar shop. And that's the angle I'm going to go with. And I did the math. I can do about 3 cars a day, especially being mobile and assuming that I'm going to be driving everywhere. I can do about 3 cars a day, and at 165, worst case scenario, 165 per car, 3 cars a day, and assuming that I can only book my time about 75% of the time, which is banking on 3 months of no income, I can still make basically the same income that I would if I'm at the shop. So that is the play as of now. And the idea maybe is, because really, realistically, I didn't grow up in Florida, so I don't have friends and family around here that I can just directly network to.
I'm gonna pause.
I wish I could, but I don't.
I'm just gonna pause for just a split second here, guys. Just had a couple questions I want to catch up on here. Catherine asked, how do you pay for the area of that size? I can pay for it actually through my apartment complex, and you pay per garage, and this garage is about $120 a month. Stupid cheap, but I work out of it, and it pays for itself essentially. So Van Bear said, pretty badass trifold light. Yes, that's the Craftsman trifold light. It's about $60. It is probably one of the best lights I've ever used in my life. Really awesome stuff. Is that 165 include the strip? The 165 does not include the strip. I offer add-ons for the strip at $29, the express roll down service at $39, and an in-house warranty at $49. And the in-house warranty basically is a no-fault warranty. It's going to go above and beyond the factory warranty that comes with the film. And I know, yeah, Texas Tinter 99, I know, but bro, I've been having the hardest time closing deals and locking deals down. I don't know. So what I'm trying to do is going to go down and then kind of see where my sweet spot is. That's what I'm looking for right now. Where are you in Florida? Your prices are similar to our area. Yeah, I am in Florida, and it kind of really just depends. On average, for most markets, that's going to be pretty much on par. And then until you kind of break into the market and people kind of know who you are, and at that point, once you establish a foothold and build a clientele, then you can kind of start notching your prices up if you want to go for like a higher end clientele. So No, Raul, I use Solar Effects window films. I exclusively use Solar Effects window films for all my automotive needs. That's with Sun Solutions tinting. So, all right, here we go. Why do I keep doing that? Wrong one.
So, so I only have Facebook marketing or marketing to promote the business. So I guess the idea here, and it is Florida, and different markets, you know, different businesses thrive in different markets. You know, this practice that I tried may have worked in a different market, but it didn't work in this market. So, or it's not working, I should say. So I guess the idea now is that I go in at 165 is the lowest I think. It's definitely lower than what I should be doing, but you know, you hope in one hand and shit in the other and see what comes first, right? So like, I can't let my pride get in the way of actually making an income, because I'd rather do 3 cars at 165 than no cars at 245 or 210 or whatever it was before. I think I was at 210 at one point for my entry. So, and 165 and then 245, that's less than $100 jump from one to the other. So the idea is that if I start upselling, then I'll start averaging bigger ticket items. I mean, larger ticket averages than 165. But I already did the math, just doing it at 165, and that's enough to bring in the income that I need. And I guess what I could do is that after I establish my foothold in the market and the people know who I am and I have a clientele base, then I guess at that point I could increase my prices. But I need to get the ball rolling. Beautiful. God, I love this light. I love this light. I probably should have, realistically, I probably should have just hit it with glass aid, because then you don't even need a dang light. It depends if I remember or not. But yeah, that's not bad. All right. So my friend Paul, who owns the car, he's got a 6-year-old, just like me. So there's snack remnants in the back seat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, just give it a back seat a good cover. And this is a standard cheapy tarp, but I found out it works really well with, like, you know, not so clean cars, or if you're going to be doing like a hatchback car that you need to crawl into, some A7s, Corvettes, things of that nature. If that's the case, you know, throwing this to cover it all is helpful as well. Clean towel, and I adopted the 2-basket method here. I was gonna sit and fold all these towels, and I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna fold all these goddamn towels for? So, clean towels, dirty towels. Instead of having to fold, they're all clean. It doesn't matter. Clients aren't looking at it. Even if they did, it doesn't matter. It still looks organized. I grabbed the clean towels from here and I tossed them in the dirty basket right here. So that way I don't have to spend, I don't know how much time. Even if it's 1 minute, it's too much time to fold those dang towels.
Panda Bear went from 160 to 200, went from 60 to 80. Took about a year to find my sweet spot in the market.
My old lady is sitting in her car. I'm trying to figure out why.
I don't doubt that I'll get there and I'll find my sweet spot. I just want to make a little bit of cheddar before I do. You know what I mean? As I'm doing it before I freaking
I
go
just
broke.
realized you were in the car. I saw the windows down and I'm like,
Look at this.
everyone, this is Nina, my fiance.
She asked me
Say
to
hi
cut
to
this out, by the way.
I
I
don't
did
know
not.
how many people look at the camera and say hi to them.
No, I don't like the camera.
I'm sorry. Oh, my Lana.
How cute is that?
It's my 3-year-old, by the way.
That's a great
4-year-old. He just turned 4.
That's a great picture.
Little face.
Hopefully there's like 75 people watching.
We're close. It's 41.
Not right now. I'm gonna upload it later.
Well, yeah, just edit my part out.
No. You're the moneymaker. You're the reason why people are...
I got these too. We're gonna put them in the taekwondo bags. To wipe
Okay.
your ear, your hands.
Okay, yeah. He needs fighting gear, and then we need sterilizing wipes for. Okay, perfect.
I got 4. I think we can go back if we need more, but I figured.
We can wipe down the targets that we kick and stuff like
The
that
gloves
and
and
whatnot.
everything we need
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah. But and then we're gonna need those anyways because he's gonna buy sparring gear soon anyways.
Okay.
So, all right.
I'm finished reading this book and I'm gonna go grab our baby and take us for a walk.
I thought you were going to check out the
A little
couch.
sidetracked from the window tinting. Sorry.
When I come back, I want to take her for a long walk since you didn't do it this morning.
Copy that.
You hear that? He shirks his duties. Shirks them.
I do not. The dog pissed and shit.
No.
That's all you need.
Took her for a long
Anyways,
walk. She's a big girl.
don't undermine me on camera. I love you.
Edit my part out.
I'm not editing it out. You're in. You're in. This is real life, honey. Can't edit out shitty parts of life or the good parts. She's not shitty. That sounded bad.
Oops.
All right, bulldozer, scrub. Yes, clean towel. Let's do it.
Panda Bear super chatted $4.99.
Panda Bear with the $5 super chat. Definitely appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So yeah, I am not even. I was supposed to have a videographer come this morning to shoot me while I'm tinting this vehicle, and they were a no-show. So that's not a good sign.
Quick question. Julian Lopez asks, can there ever be too much slip solution or dryer sheets on the back windows? Well, I don't use dryer sheets. I use dry shrink prep. If for more information, you can check out dryshrinkprep.com. But I don't think you can have too much dry shrink prep on the back window. As far as slip solution, you can have too much soap in it, and then it won't like literally tack to the glass. I've never gotten to that point, but that's what I'm assuming. If it's eventually just nothing but soap, then it won't tack. So you have to find a happy medium where the film is sliding enough where you can adjust it if you need to, but once you squeegee it, it's not moving. That's basically where you want to be.
But yeah, I didn't even charge my friend because he's a friend. I didn't even charge him for the car. Plus I figured it would be great. You know, he'll tell everyone. So it's okay. Just cost me a little bit of time. Plus I needed to shoot a video so I could have a live stream for this week.
Panda Bear super chatted $14.99.
he's helping me out
Crunched on time.
as well.
See you next stream, Pat. Fist.
Panda Bear, thank you very much for joining in on us. Appreciate it. Thank you very much for the $15 super chat. Really appreciate the support. Thank you. Have a good one, brother. We'll see you on the next go around. Panda Bear like hops in and hops out. He's working. I think he's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast, but it's still like, what is it, 8? Almost 5 o'clock on the West Coast still, so people are still working.
What in the hell is that?
I'm live. That's right. Facebook user. Who is it? Who are you? Jacob. Yes, I'm live, brother. I am live.
Scrub it up one more time here. Bulldozer. All right.
This car is a 2017 Hyundai Elantra.
And here's the thing I've learned. when tinting cars, because I don't particularly like to tint cars for friends or family. When you give someone a killer deal or a discount, they, in my experience, have found out that there's a bigger probability of the person like complaining about something because they paid something, right? So they're gonna they end up picking it apart. So, but like the clients who pay full price, I mean, very rarely bitch and moan or pick things apart.
Washington, what's going on, baby?
But
Welcome.
the funny thing is that if you do it for free, they can't bitch about nothing because they didn't pay a dime. And let's just say it's not a perfect installation, which it will be, but let's just say it's not. They're not gonna pick it apart, and they're still gonna be promoting you. They're gonna tell everyone about your business because you did them a solid. Now, you just tell people straight up, like don't tell them about discounts and things of that nature. But yeah, I think it's a good move. Plus it's good karma, you know? I don't have many friends, so maybe I should make some friends.
Just to let you know, it was excellent karma, by the way, because not even 3 hours later, a 2015 Elantra called in that they said they wanted ceramic on the sides and back and windshield, ended up closing a job for like $365 or $375 within a few hours. So it ended up working out for me as well.
Very nice.
RJ Tin says, what are you charging for sedans? I charge 200 dyed film, 280 for carbon. For my dyed film, well, it's actually carbon because it is Carbon FX, right? For my carbon film, that's my entry-level film, I charge 165. I lowered my prices down. I'm trying to find my sweet spot within my market. So I'm waiting for more consistent yeses and closes, and then if that's the case, then I might start creeping my price point up just to kind of see where I need to be. Does SolarFX tell you what to charge, or do you set your own prices? You set your own prices. You pay for the film, they have a cost for the film, which I pay for, whatever, but then I can sell it for whatever I want. Before, I was still getting closes, but I was doing dyed films at like 225, 230. So, and then I was doing like high-end ceramic, like my second ceramic, like this one that I'm doing for 245, I was actually doing for 349 before. But I wasn't getting as much consistency in regards to closes, so I needed more closes, so I brought the price down a little bit. How do you deal with dirty cars? I try not to deal with dirty cars. I try to stay within 1 to 10 years. After 10 years, I debate about charging a slight upcharge, and I will not do cars over 20 years old. Just won't touch them. Regards from Norway. Where do you get your spray keg from? Yeah, if you go to tintkeg.com, that's where I get all my spray cans from. This is actually, hold on, let me show you real quick. This is actually a 5-gallon tint keg. It's all stainless steel on top. It comes with one nozzle here. You can get it set up so you can actually have 2 sprayers, but it's just one sprayer that comes with it, and a standard here, and then you have a bike pump here, pumps up to about 120, and then you have the hose that would connect to here. I don't have the hose because I actually use the hose as my flat glass hose, and I use a separate hose for my auto because my auto hose gets super dirty because it runs through garages and stuff, and I can't use that same hose for flat because then I get carpets dirty and stuff. So I have one hose for flat and one hose for auto. So, but this is what they look like. This is a 5-gallon one, but they also have, I think, a 3-gallon one and a 1.75 gallon one. Check it out at tintkeg.com. They are not a sponsor, but they're badass, and they did good quality shit. So I think this keg alone is like 270, 280, and then the prices go down if you go like smaller kegs and whatnot. So I cannot Frankenstein the back window, even if it depended on my life. I've done a lot of them, Washington. I've done a lot of them. You're gonna get biter clientele if your prices are a little higher. I understand that, RJ. I totally get it. The problem is I'm getting no clients with my higher price points. So I have to bring it down so that I can start getting clients in, and that's the problem. What's up, John Ames? What's going on, baby? I did send your stuff out, so keep an eye out. You're gonna be getting it soon. So. This is gonna take longer than 2 hours if I keep freaking pausing and talking, by the way. I'll tell you what. Like, change is always hard, right? So it's like, there's always something gonna be a little bit different, especially if you're used to a particular thing or process. And obviously I've been working at the other shop for almost 4 years now. So day in and day out at the other shop, we're using Lumar exclusively. And then, and I started my own business, and I particularly didn't want to use Lumar, mainly because when I initially got into the industry and called Lumar, and I had no clue. I was so wet behind the ears. I didn't know the difference between Lumar and Chinese knockoff film. So I called because someone suggested call manufacturers, get samples. And when you get samples, you can try out their film, check out their price points, see if that's something you want. So that's what I did for Lumar. They literally laughed at me and said, we don't give out samples. You either buy from us or you don't. And I said, oh, great attitude. And then that was it. That was it. So when it was time for me to buy my own film, I was not going to Lumar. Plus they want $2,500 initial buy-in, which I understand the initial buy-ins because they want people that are actual window tinters and good installers. So usually people that are gonna buy a few $1,000s worth of film aren't shit window tinters. But yeah, but it put a sour taste in my mouth. So when I was in the market for film, I was looking all around, and I always heard good. You know, my boy Mike Powell up in North Carolina, he runs day to night window tinting. He's been doing very well, and he's been using solar effects for years. And I called Sean, and we started talking, and you know, one thing led to another, and decided to use their film. And it helps too because they ended up becoming a sponsor of the channel. So now we exclusively use solar effects window films. And the point of the story was that when I first started using it, because I was used to the other guys, it did seem a little weird, right? There was a little bit of a learning curve. Not weird, but it's just different. It shrinks a lot differently. The scratch coating is so much better. You just look at the other film and it scratches, and you can beat the shit out of this film, and that scratch coating is so good. So I think I'm finally falling into a good groove. I've used the film long enough and on enough cars to know, you know, how it works, and just really happy with it. I got a tiny little finger right here, which I'm gonna see if I can push out. All right, the bottom. Lumar didn't send me no samples when I started. No samples.
Like a glove. Look how beautiful that is. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Get this over here. There we go.
I went through a rep too. They want to send me samples. I called them, and they literally laughed at me when I called Lumar. They're like, oh, we don't send samples. I'm like, wow, that's nice. That's nice.
I won't need the extension cord anymore because these
Quick question real quickly. Catherine asks, can you have numerous tint shops in the same area offering solar effects? Catherine, what solar effects is, they are really a really great company, and I don't know the exact like distance you have to be, but if there's already a dealer within your area selling solar effects, what they will do is they will contact that dealer and ask if it's okay if you start using it. Now if that current dealer that's already in your area says no, I'd rather not, then they won't sell you solar effects, because they have to protect their current lineup and their current clientele, and that's just good practice. So if the other dealer is okay with it, then they'll set you up an account, but that's my guess is in the next 3 years, 2 to 3 years, solar effects is going to double to triple their clientele. So it bodes well to get on the bandwagon early, right? Because later it's going to be harder, and there'll be more dealers, and then there'll be less opportunity for you to be able to use them because there's already established dealers in your area. So but it is fair, and it's nice. RJ Tints, how much do I cost for a 40-inch roll, if you don't mind me asking? Unfortunately, I can't answer that question. Solar Effects keeps their stuff behind closed doors in regards to how much you're going to pay per roll. You're more than welcome to go research it yourself. I just can't answer that question, just because I know that they don't want that happening. So sorry about that.
these panels pop on the top, and the strips just come out super easy. So there's no need to shrink on these cars.
I agree, John. What's good for the goose is good for the gander, right?
You texting me.
Maybe one shop sells them on Solar Effects, but they don't have something booked and available.
Whoa.
Maybe they'll send it to you.
Wow.
This is badass.
I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but my boy Martin was telling me about some new lines he got from Tint Keg, and I guess his line busted on his old keg. He didn't get the new keg, he just got a new line. But he said that they just came in with all stainless steel adapters that connect to the keg. That thing is fucking sick. Look at that thing. This is a standard one. This black one right here, it's a standard adapter for the kegs. This was all stainless steel. That looks fucking nasty. I'd want to pick it up just for that. All right.
I mentioned Tint Keg so much. Tint Keg, call me if you want to be a sponsor. I think it's a good fit. Everyone keeps talking about your goddamn kegs.
I think she's taking the dog to the park. My old lady, that is. Where did my water go? There it is.
I have a tiny, tiny garage and I still lose shit back there.
So I think with these back windows, there's a dot matrix here and a dot matrix here. So there's plenty of room here and here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice here and here, and then I'm gonna shift it down and over 1/8 of an inch, and then slice here and here, do a fat round, a thumb round on that top corner. Should be good to go. And I fit 2 on there. Yes, I can.
Catherine DeBoer super chatted $4.99. Thank you.
Catherine, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Definitely appreciate that. Mateo says he's got the same stainless steel cap on his one. It's brand new to me, bro. Brand new. How do you deal with dog hair on truck lid near the back decks or the back glass? I try to clean it really well. Maybe take a shop vac if it's overly saturated with hair. If not, I'll try to get the film flat against the glass, a solid 6 inches before the bottom, and then so I get it stuck to the glass, and then I slide it down inch by inch, so it never comes off the glass and touches the deck that has the hair. So hopefully that answers that. So the question is, have you ever tried using clear liner on the outside of the quarter window and then just double cut on a peel board? No, but I should have. Clear liner and just hit it, and then actually just use a Sharpie and just go all the way around the edges. That's the only time I would say use a Sharpie. But I don't have a glass peel board. I have a plexiglass peel board, which I don't like cutting on it because then it starts getting like, it gets cut up really easy, and I just want a clean surface to peel off of. But I will do that next time, though. A friend of mine
What's wrong?
told me.
Well, yank her back. Don't let her pull you.
My legs are too sore. She's trying to get. She thinks you're in here. You're not in there. He's over here. Over here.
Hi, baby. Hi, baby.
That's Cleo, my dog.
All right, let's go walking. Come on.
Go. All right, hold on. You're in my core. Go.
Come on, let's go. I'll be back later.
Be safe. Do you have your phone with you? Do you have your phone? Christ.
Andrew, welcome, brother. Thank you very much, and welcome to the live streams. I'm shooting for 2 a week, but at least once a week, and you're only gonna be seeing me shoot out of here now. Yeah, you're not gonna see me shoot at the other shop anymore. Are you working on starting your own live stream or window tinting business? I hope you're working on your own window tinting business. That's awesome. That's the whole point of the channel. I am cutting on the side glass, but notice that I did just break off a fresh blade. Like, I'm adamant about fresh blades. I don't put a lot of pressure on it, just enough to cut the film and cut the liner, and that's it. That way I can minimize the probability of scoring the glass. Is that definitely not what you want? In the future, I'm going to talk less during the live streams when I'm actually recording it, because I'm talking so much that, like, I have to pause myself in this video. It's all a learning process, right? So in the future, I'm going to talk a lot less, and that way I can actually talk when we're playing the live stream.
A fat corner.
This might have been the fattest corner I've ever turned.
On that damn thing.
It's so fat on the car, though. It's like it wasn't even too big.
Let's see how it works. I ain't got no bench. What am I doing? At least it's starting to cool off here in Florida. Oh, and there's a nice breeze outside. It's very nice. Still gets warm in here.
Yeah, I didn't like these quarters either. The fuzz. Hand cutting them, it just took a lot longer. It's funny. This car, hand cutting the sides of the back with the quarters took me an hour and 45 minutes or 49 minutes. And doing the same car on the 2015 model that doesn't have the quarter windows. I almost fucked up that back window, by the way, because the glass is, the film is actually on the glass. But I did the other model Elantra without the back quarters. And I did the sides of the back and the front windshield, and I did that in like an hour and 18 minutes. So these back quarter windows actually took me a long time to do. And I did pull out the gaskets. Oh, there you go. Oh my god, you know what I realized? Let's go high def 1080. Should be much better.
Yeah. The whole thing pops out. There we go. Plenty of room. But yeah, this whole top portion pops out. This back here is not connected.
Hope the quality's better with that. I'll take the heat. We're on fire out here in Oregon. I hear a lot of places. Oregon, California, San Francisco. I hear a lot of places are on fire right now. Dang, y'all be safe up there. I think it's too humid around here to have fires.
I never put a pack of blades in upside down before. Don't do it.
Oh, bro. John Ames, the Model S. I love that thing. Burn them and turn them, baby. Colorado's on fire as well. God, everyone's getting fucked up in Colorado. Colorado's half pot. Since they legalized it, everyone grows pot. Justin, not to make light of a serious situation, though. I hope everyone's okay. Yep, I loosened it just like that. I'll take my my shank and just shove it in there.
Take my shank in there and just fucking shoving it up in there. That way it loosens up this.
I don't know.
Loosens up the seals. Gets a little water in there.
John Ames, I hope I do the squeegee flip. Andrew Ford, what blades do you use? Are you talking about blades in my knife or blades in my squeegee? Which one? I use Olfa knives in my blades. And then this is actually a red hard squeegee. And I actually get them in 18-inch bars. And I cut them down myself. You can get them from most manufacturers or most distributors. And then my my go-to squeegee blade is the Orange Crush. I did try the yellow flat out, but it was just a little, the durometer was just a little too stiff for me. And I felt like it just didn't contour as much as I'd like for the back windows. It works for some people, but it just didn't work for me and my style. So I went back to the Orange Crush. I'm dedicated to peeling this fucking thing with my finger, by the way.
Atlanta. I know what some of y'all are thinking. Just bite the damn thing. I think I will.
No worries, Andrew. And I use a Fusion 5 long handle. It's the best one with the orange crush.
There it is.
Just checking to see and make sure that the film is hidden between all behind all the edges.
Very nice. Stuck a little bit at the very beginning, but I was gonna have to pull it off and re-wet it, but we're good to go. So I don't ever double cut, but considering it doesn't look like I'm going to be getting a plotter anytime soon, probably best to learn.
Tiny little gap at the very top. Tiny. Barely see it. Can't even see it on the inside.
So let's give double cutting a shot. How do I want to do this? Liner, film to film. That's what I like about these, you know, taking a 60-inch roll and cutting it down 20-40, is that it makes it much more manageable when you're just doing side windows, especially for hand cutting. Now, if you got a plotter, I think it's easier just to have 40-inch rolls.
This is probably one of the only times that I actually successfully double cut.
So this bottom curves, so I can't just like line up the factory edges. My problem with double cutting is that I always get slide. It always slides on me, and then the pieces are not the way they're supposed to be. So I'm gonna try to minimize that today.
You know what? I have heard that if you go liner to liner, the film sticks together better. But the problem is, if you're liner to liner, that means film to film is out. It means there's much more probability of actually scratching the film.
You gotta put more pressure on it than you normally would.
If you go film to film,
Also,
the liner's on the outside.
if you mess up, you get a 2-for-1 special.
John Ames, I'm on the same page with you. I don't
See, like
file
that,
or
like that.
edge anything.
It slid, it rotated my hand instead of sliding it all the way down, and it's up against here, but it's out about 1/8 of an inch here.
I messed up that cut right there, so I had to start over that cut.
Let's try that again.
I feel the same way. Like, here's my thing with shaved edges. Like if you leave a micro edge, if it's 1/8 of an inch or lower, then what the hell's what does it matter? When they roll the window down, the window's open. There's a gap.
There we go. Ooh. Barely got enough room over here. Barely. Feel like a rookie, tacking down and picking up and tacking down at every point. But I literally never double cut. Oh, there's my fuck up right there. Look at that. Look, started cutting and let it, and it's perfect over here. So I gotta get rid of it. Gotta get rid of it.
Ah, so when I messed up right here, I was like, maybe I shouldn't double cut. Maybe
That's
I should
why I
just
particularly
hand cut.
don't like double cutting.
So
But
much waste.
if you double cut, it's twice as fast. The only way to get better at it is if you continue to do it until you're better at it.
The background noise gets a little loud right here. This truck was like dropping off one of those like
Try it again.
one of those storage pod things. Matt in this chat, what's going on, baby? F in the chat for the lost film. Matt, I'm actually double cutting, believe it or not. That was my first. I messed up already, but the good thing is I don't mess up anymore after this. Matt, RJ Tint says I should go liner to liner when double cutting versus film to film. Thoughts? Yeah, the double cutting god has entered. Yeah, right? I double cut, Matt comes in. Damn it. Make me look like a goddamn rookie.
Much better.
Matt double cuts everything. I haven't double cutted ever. I think once or twice before, and it ended up miserably.
What I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna trim off this excess right here.
See how close I got my face to that goddamn window? Making sure that shit was perfect. I do not want to mess that up.
Perfect. Now what I do want to try
Kenton Glass, what's going on, baby?
is, where is it?
I like liner to liner, so I can just pick up the pattern on top and carry it to the other side, but you risk scratching the film more that way. My wife's boyfriend double cuts. All right, John. All right. Let me see here. Johnny, I guess Johnny says, so is it better to do liner to liner? Here's the pros and cons. You go liner to liner. I guess it sounds like it sticks better, but the window film is on the outside of both sides, so you have a bigger probability of damaging the window film. If you go film to film, The liners on the outside, you have I mean, I guess it slides a little bit more, but then you have a less chance of damaging the film because you have the liner protecting it. So I guess it really just depends on what risks you'd like to do or take, and then make up your best choice. I mean, that's the good thing about window tinting. There literally is multiple ways to do everything. You just gotta fucking do which one works best for you and then stick with that one. There's no one good way.
Carbon blades.
It's better to just rub sunscreen on the windows. Same effect as
You have
ceramic.
another knife.
There you go. Oh, Matt, and I used carbon blades for the top cut. So I'm just gonna change my fucking channel to tint stuff. Tint stuff
Carbon
too.
blades much sharper, and I know people use them to cut the top edge for a much better and cleaner one. You just don't want to use carbon blades when trimming on glass and whatnot. You want to use stainless steel for that, because it's not as hard as carbon. Carbon is hard enough that it'll score the glass.
You can double shrink. I didn't even shrink this glass because I bottom loaded, so I didn't even shrink. But
And see, here's the
but yeah,
possibilities of me
you can double
messing
shrink.
up. Not only do I mess up the sides, but I think it looks good, but I can mess up this top cut. It's like anything else.
Nah, don't string
I
them
just need
together. John,
Do it
got
more
it.
and practice it. Now the only thing is I keep this edge right at the edge, so I line it up with the bottom. So if I mess this up and cut this wrong, there's no space for me to mess up.
Next time I'm gonna go liner to liner. See how that works for me.
Wow. All right, thoughts on cutting with a carbon blade? Nice. I like it. No shifting so far.
And I used a shit ton of soap in my
This might be
my
the best I've
slip.
ever done with a double cut.
4 gallons of water to 3/4 of a large bottle of Johnson's baby shampoo. That's not an exaggeration. That's literally how much I use. You and Matt use same GoPro. You look a little cleaner. I'm gonna lower this down a little bit because the background noise is kind of a pain in the ass. Yes, Matt and I do use the same GoPro. We both have the GoPro Hero 8. Difference is the Matt is truly live streaming. Matt is actually in the shop when you see him. Clearly I'm here, so I cannot be in the shop, right? And that's the situation I have going on right now, is that like I don't have enough bandwidth to be able to go live from this garage, and I can't go live from the shop anymore. So the only option I can do to do live streams is to pre-record it. So when I pre-record it, it's gonna come out a little bit cleaner because it doesn't have to process or buffering, anything like that.
The hardest part for me is the adjustment on how much pressure I'm putting on the blade, so that like I cut through.
I'm talking about pushing more pressure down to cutting 2 layers of film. So I just want to catch up with some questions here. He looks like, but it looks good. What is that blade breaker thing? I put my broken blades in my pocket. Only had to get switched stitches twice. Oh my gosh. So that little yellow disc thing, that puck looking thing, is called a blade eater. And I use that whenever I'm in someone else's garage or whenever I'm doing flat glass. When I'm at the shop, the other shop, I just break my blades everywhere. It doesn't matter. But I don't want these little blades all around, especially in a client's garage or in someone's house if I'm doing flat. So I use a blade eater, and basically I break off blades and it stays in that little container, and then that way I don't have blades everywhere. Matt definitely doesn't double shrink them, because if he did, I would. Say that again. Why didn't you have to shrink it? Because I always get fingers tinting since January of this year. Oh, I didn't shrink this film because I bottom loaded it. So when I bottom load, I squeegee a little bit differently. For most cars, if you bottom load it and you squeegee correctly, you don't need a shrink. There are still some cars, sedans, that you still have to shrink. A Honda Accords, for example, there are those that you can bottom load and still have to shrink. But for the most part, you don't have to shrink if you bottom load.
Obviously, I want to cut through the film, but not cut the glass. So delicate balance.
Yeah, let me see if I can find the blade eater.
Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Gonna use my banner as a makeshift peel board here. That way? Yeah. Alright, double cutting ain't bad. I mean, it's not bad as long as you just gotta get used to it. Just gotta do more of it.
All right, so hold on, guys, real quickly. Let me move this over here. I'll move this over here. This is the exact blade eater I use. It's made by Olfa, and just type in Olfa blade disposal unit. I just Googled it, and this is what came up. They're like $4 or something like that, and I could probably fit a shit ton of blades in there. It gets pretty heavy. These are not disposable. Like, these are disposable, so you don't like rip them open and empty it out and then close it again. I tried that because someone told me that you can just open them up, empty them, and close them again. No, that's not the case. So, but this way it holds it here. There is I think another one. No, I think that's it. That's good. Let's keep going. Bro, Matt, don't even get me started. Let's see. Rumors hoping that it helps the live quality, but some probably not a big jump. You know what really pisses me off, Matt, is that I have the GoPro Hero 8, and all I've been waiting for was the media mod to go public and buy it so that I can have it, so that I can hook up my wireless Go, my Rode Wireless Go, so I can have a wireless mic connected to me. That way I can take the camera and put it on a stand and go into the car, and everyone can still hear me, but they can see a different vantage point. They can see me from the outside. Can't do that, and the fucking 9's already coming out, so I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. Matt is the shit. Yes, Matt is the shit. That's right. John Ames, did you send me a Tootsie Pop? I didn't send you a Tootsie Pop, but I didn't forget your snack. You're gonna have to wait to see what I got in your package for you, my friend. Bottom loading is what I'm doing right now, so pay attention right here. This is bottom loading.
John Ames super chatted $4.99. Time to watch my Chiefs. Take care, brother. See you next time.
John Ames, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Appreciate it. Enjoy the Chiefs. I'm assuming that's like the football, right? I don't watch football, but thank you very much for joining us. I read that and I thought it said chefs. I'm like, oh, I guess he's into cooking shows.
Loud noises.
I swear this truck leaves soon.
It's pretty solid. Looks good. The most important part of hand cutting.
John, I grew up in LA. We
Is
didn't
the
have a
top.
football team. We had the Raiders for a
Top
hot
needs to be damn
second.
near perfect. You need to be able to see the top.
2 baseball teams,
The line needs to be with the edge of the film.
2
But
basketball
the other
teams.
stuff, the sides and the bottom, it doesn't need to be beautiful. The only thing is that realistically, it just can't be too long. If it's too long, then you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to get it in there.
No, I don't scrape it because I flush it out. I use my side swipe, and this is not an old car. This is a 3-year-old car, so I don't usually
As a
need to
best
scrape
practice, I should probably, when I'm hand cutting, I should probably slide the film down a little bit more, because when I line it up with the bottom of the gasket, and let's just say I mess up the top cut, I have no room. Like I don't have the ability to just slide it up a little bit and recut again. I'd have to recut that whole thing. And for double cutting, definitely gonna be a pain in the butt.
it. So that's why I don't watch football, John. I never grew up with football around me. College ball, UCLA was close, but I didn't
Oh,
have
if you're
any
doing one
like
of these, this is a hook.
college people.
I thought it was a double pin like this, so I was yanking on it like it was a pin. It's just a hook. So just make sure you pop the top and then just rotate it out. Beautiful. So far looking really nice. Very nice. All right, let's double cut again.
I didn't need to scrape it because it's roughly a clean. It's only a 3-year-old car, so there's not enough time to get a lot of dirt and grime in it. I did scrub it, and then I used my shank to kind of scrape it, essentially. But I didn't need to get a blade in there and scrape it because it's not old enough to be that dirty.
All right, the bottom looks pretty even, so I'm just gonna line up. I'm gonna go ahead and just line up the bottom. That way it gives me one less side I have to trim. You know, when I first started tinting windows, I saw a video online of a mobile outfit in Vegas, and there was this guy that was, he must double cut 10 cars a day, and he looks, oh my god. I remember him doing the same thing, lining up the factory edge to the bottom, slice, move. I mean, this man was moving. Gonna get rid of the excess. I need to get a new one of these. This is just it's a letter opener. That's amazing, because I don't have to worry about my knife scraping the car. Hey, get back here. I'll try to bring it up a little closer too.
Yeah, I hand cut, but I'm primarily a plotter guy. But I don't have a plotter right now, in this transitional period. So now I'm double cutting because I'm hand cutting a lot more now.
So this front edge is a little different because it has the plastic housing for the mirror. So I don't like cutting that edge. I like cutting this edge because you can see the edge of the strip, and then I like to go 1 inch or 1/8 so that it can cover that back end, and then I slide it another 1/8 so it's a 1/4 inch. That way when you center it, you have an 1/8 on both sides. It's difficult to tell that distance on this side when you don't have that weather strip. So that's why I'll cut the back end first of the front doors, and that way I know I have a 1/4 of an inch roughly. Slide it down a little bit. And if you don't know, if you slide it down and you don't know if you're straight or not, just look at this line right here up against the weather strip. It should be straight because that's straight and this is straight. So you don't need this straight line, you just need this. So it's tucked in a little bit more. Trying to have good practices. That way, if I need to recut this or recut the top, now I have space. I have availability to do so.
The fuzz, so someone said I carry 36 inch by 100 foot and 24 inch by 100 foot. Should switch to just one roll of 40 inch. That's a possibility. Here's the thing, there are some back windows and there are some front windshields that are over 36 inches, so you're gonna need to have a 40 on hand, or if you use a 40 you're gonna end up wasting film. As long as you're charging accordingly so that you make money off the job, but you're also basically covering the film that you're wasting, then a 40 inch roll is much more manageable than trying to carry a 36 inch, a 24 and a 40. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Or you can buy 60 inch rolls and chop them up all kinds of ways.
So I normally say 3 blades out, right? 3 blades out. But 3 blade lengths will actually give you 4 knife lengths. So it says 3 blades right here, but you can actually get 4. So if you do 2, that's actual 3 actual blades on the inside. Like the sharp side. So Yeah, 2 blades out for top cutting. That's my new meta. And I'm just gonna stop right there. See my hand, my angle of my hand doesn't change the whole time. I'm not very good at like continuing that line with the angle changing, and I end up cutting into it. So I'll just finish it on the glass. I don't want to jinx myself, but this is like probably the best the best double cutting I've ever done. Probably the film. I'm gonna just go ahead and call it the film. It has to be, right? This is the very best I've ever done, and I've tried it with Lumar film, and it was always a disaster. It'd slide on me, the 2 pieces would slide. I'd used like water, just straight water, so it doesn't slide. I've used alcohol. I don't know. It's another reason to use Solar Effects for me.
One second, guys. So someone was asking about the shank. Could you show us the shank? Here, let me show you guys this. This is mytintstuff.com. This is actually Matt's website also. He sells shanks, and this is what the shank looks like. Oh, can I zoom in? Can I zoom out? Oh, I don't know. So this is a shank, guys, if you've never seen it. I used to use just my Platinum Easy Reach, but Matt actually got me into using shanks, and I find him a lot better just because that bend, that straight edge, that bend and straight, that can go flat against the glass, and this still leaves enough room for your knuckles. So this is here. So if you guys are looking for shanks, you guys can get them here as well.
Roll that corner out just a little bit. Beautiful. I'm not in a rush, and usually if you're double cutting, you do that when you're like, you want to save time and be efficient and whatnot. But like, I'm not, I got this car today, and I got chill, and I got other DSP stuff to do, so I'm not in a super rush. But even then, this car is probably gonna take me 2 hours to do, maybe. And I'd say that's a good time frame. And that's hand cutting. Funny thing is, if I had a plotter, then this would be done in probably about an hour and 15 minutes. Now we are actually almost done. Just don't want to confuse them. I need 2 more screws because I see it's sagging right here. I need this up more. Never actually thought about using the banner as an actual peel board. Interesting. And at least I get to keep it clean because I have to wipe it down afterwards. Where'd my tape go? There it is. I'm gonna switch towels and keep it clean. It is time saving, I'll tell you that much, because I am like a perfectionist, right? So I want my corners to be just so and done right and whatnot. So if you've seen me hand cut cars before, then it takes me a minute. So double cutting definitely was nice. I think I'm going to continue to do that. It's one of those things where it's like, it's hard at first and it's easier for me to just like cut each and every individual window. But in the long run, double cutting, I mean, you're doing twice as much. As long as you don't mess up, you're good. Come on. I usually can catch this edge. Unless I have the wrong side. Nope.
You judged me cutting before. Are you a judge at the tin off? Hold on. Who said that? Who said that? Jody! I didn't even know it was you, brother. You didn't judge me double cutting, I'll tell you that much, my friend. I never double cut. Next time, you know what I'm gonna do, Jody? Because I know you're coming back next year. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tape a 20 spot to my door, just so you know it's me. DQ instantly.
Why does it look so weird? That top edge wasn't lining up. That's because it wasn't seated in the back far enough. All right.
The fuzz, yes, I just started picking the film at the end. I could just pick the film and then pick at the liner. I don't like using my teeth because I always feel like I mar the edge of the film. I don't like that. I know you're judging this year, Jody. I can't wait to see you, Jody. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm telling you, you think I'm joking? Just wait. I'm gonna have a 20 taped to the door.
The good thing too, is that, like at the other shop, I go through freaking tri-edge cards you wouldn't believe, because the other film is just, it's so. You heard that crunch? Look at this. Look at this.
This is a good
It's
one.
like flipped over. I'll show you guys. Just take this card right here. It's flipped over here, right? So what you're just gonna do is you're gonna put your card in and just push straight down through it. Don't be afraid. You see this flipping? It's actually like flopped and it's not flat against the glass. Just push straight down through it. You'll be fine. That's it. Then look. No creases, no marks, no scrapes, no nothing. Good to go.
Orlando's gonna be awesome. Orlando's gonna be awesome. So it might be my year, Jody. If it's my year and I win the tin off, steak dinner on me, bro. I'm gonna win the 10 off. I'm gonna blow all 10 grand that night. Someone asked, do you scrape windows on older cars then? Yeah, typically if the cars are more than 10 years old, then now. But I use a razor. I don't use a razor blade anymore. I use a scrub pad. And then if it's a little bit more, if it's like more than 5 years, a better habit is to use the scrub pad and then get my hand on it.
Huh. Knew it went further. Wow, that's so deep. That's like an inch deeper than what I'm used to. So probably I wouldn't have to go an inch, but maybe a half an inch or a quarter would give me sufficient enough space. Went a little too much there.
A perfect legend. Yeah, I am not shaving my head. I got a big old noggin and it looks weird. Do you see like how like this is like
Looks good.
like waved forward at the top, right? It's because the back end of my head is actually higher than the front end, so I look like a little bit of a cone head when I have a shaved head. So this wave is on purpose. It like evens out my head. Steven, you don't say hi to Tint Stuff on my channel. I'm just kidding. You can say hi. I've seen many blow all the winnings in a night. Yeah, right? I believe it. blow my winnings on a girl named Cinnamon at a particular club for gentlemen.
Is it up and over?
Steven, there you go. Matt said hi.
There we go.
I'm gonna get in trouble.
Beautiful.
Thank you very much. No worries, man.
Real nice.
You're a detailer, but this is some good stuff. Hell, detailing is just a small transition. You're gonna start tinting, and now you have a diverse business. Oh, excuse me.
All right, considering my garage is so tiny.
Can I send a super chat to Tinsta? What? No.
I'm gonna have to shift the car over to the
Steven
left a
Seagal
little
super
bit
chatted
because there's just
$2.99.
to
Love
give
you,
myself
DSP.
room.
Kissing face. Heart.
Love you, DSP.
hell
Steven
that
with the $3 super chat. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it.
Anyways.
Appreciate the support.
Time to move it. Uh-oh.
I tell you what, I get like frustrated sometimes, and I'm just like, fuck it, just shave it. If I shave it, it's easy. I don't have to take a shower. Like right now, I gotta take a shower. I gotta get my hair dry. I use a
get the
blow
doors
dryer. All kinds of stuff, bro. It takes me time. Like this doesn't just fucking happen. But if you have a
So if
shaved
you guys
head,
missed it,
you roll out of
on
bed.
the other side, I'm gonna show you how to remove these sweeps. And just get a bone tool or some tool up here in this top area.
I need a new bone tool because this thing's dull as fuck.
Come on. There you go. And you're just gonna pop this one and then pull it up and out. Just like that, because there's a hook on the bottom. So you want that. Roll the window down, it's a lot easier. You're just gonna pull up from the middle, just go all the way across. And you can pull straight back. Same thing with the back end. Pull across and pull straight back. Now you have all that room. All that room to work with. Pull that out, you're done.
Boom.
Front door, same thing. Get a bone tool up in the front. And just pop this off. Ah, there we go. These metal ones are really aggressive.
That's why Martin's able to get up and go to work so early. He doesn't have to do his hair,
What
right?
you want to do? Kind of want to pull the lip up on the front end here, and then grab it from the corner and just pull straight back, just like that.
Martin's crazy.
And then just lift up at the back end, pull straight back also.
Martin gets up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. He's
You have all this room to
insane.
work with. Look at this. So you're not too tight.
Andrew says my head is shaved on sides and back 6 inches on top. That's right, baby. I just want a foot in the back, right? Bring back the mullet. Matt, how much do we need to pay you
All
to
right.
shave your head? That's the
Considering
question.
I have the windows cut already on that one, and it'll take a minute to cut the quarter, and I want to keep the car
$1,000?
on as short as possible.
Would
Go ahead and
Matt,
work
would
with the,
$1,000
back
do it
windows
to cut your
first.
hair?
Install the roll-ups.
I swear to God, I'll donate every fucking super chat until $1,000 is up and give it to Matt so he can shave his head.
And we're basically done. It's going to take me less than 8 minutes to install each of these doors. Probably 5 minutes realistically. It takes 8 minutes to install if I'm hand cutting and installing at the same time.
A perfect legend. Were you the one I spoke to the other day with him when I was talking to him? Getting glasses in. Guys,
And then
we're trying to figure out how much it's going to cost to
hand cut.
shave
And
Matt's
it's going
head.
to take me longer to hand cut this
Oh.
quarter window than to install both of these windows.
Ken
Oh,
Glass got
I
200 on
blade
it.
Too early. There's a sticker right there.
Oh, I don't speak Spanish. Boa Garato Sucesso Amigo. Does anyone know what that means? I think sucesso amigo means like successful guy, and he's from Brazil. Boa Garado. Garrido. Not interested in all that. $1,000 is not good enough. Come, baby coming, he will lose it anyways. $1,000 hard cold cash. Cash money. I'll wire it to you. A perfect legend. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome. Did you subscribe? Did you? Did you? That's Portuguese. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate it. Spanish. It's my bad.
Almost missed the chair there. Jesus.
I almost fell on my ass right there, by the way. Derek? Was it Derek?
Looking good.
Okay, and I want to clarify something here. This like this gap looks a lot bigger, right? So the reason why this gap looks big is because the camera is on top of my face like this, so it's looking at a downward angle. If the camera shifted where my eyes are, that gap is literally like less than a 1/16 of an inch. It's like really right on the edge. Just to let you guys know.
And I definitely forgot to do
Before I get comments like, "Oh, what's up with the gap?"
So we're back.
Next time I'll scooch down so you guys can see it. Nice. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome. I still haven't even looked at that film yet. I've been like non-stop. I got off work, I picked up some food, I drank a couple bourbons, I came home, scarfed down some food, and then went right to the live stream, so. It's all Monopoly money when talking about shaving my head. Fine. Fine. $1,000 won't do it. Bro, live stream Matt's head being shaved. Oh my gosh. And donate it all to charity. The Patrick Latman Fund. Charity fund. Good boy, successful friend, according to Google Translate. DJ, thank you. Thank you very much. What chair do you have? The chair I'm sitting on right now or the chair in there? The chair in the video is like the cheap $25 Harbor Freight chair. It's garbage. Don't get it. Get the cobalt blue chair from Lowe's. It's $35. It's worth the extra 15 bucks.
Looks like behind the seal. Looks like we're good right there.
Yeah, you're right. About 10 people would enjoy it, and that's about it.
So this one isn't flipped like the other one was on the other side. So I'm just gonna tuck it back in there.
You sent me a friend request, Derek? Hold on 1 second, because we actually we're friends of friends. I don't accept any friend requests on Facebook. I only have like 320 friends on Facebook, so like I have like a plethora. I have like 300 or 400 people in friend requests me, and I'm like, sorry if you guys friend requested me and I didn't accept it, just because I don't know y'all. I put my personal shit on there, and I just don't. You know, some people are weird, random.
You know, I think that's the first time I've successfully double cut a car, because I've done it before unsuccessful. Like I was able to tint the car, but it was such a pain in the butt because it'd shift or I'd cut too big, and the installation just became a big pain in the butt. This one was smooth. Now granted, I think the last time I double cut I was top loading, and this double cut is a bottom load, which I always feel is a little bit easier for me, mainly because it's what I mainly do. All right.
Derek, I think I found you. From Newport, Vermont? Is that
Last
you?
door. Nope, not enough film.
A Matco chair that was the Matco chair that's softer than my couch was $200. I need a good chair. Derek, private message me. And that way I know which Derek is who. There's like a lot of people in there. W. Private message me, because I literally found a Derek that's not you, clearly.
Some sort of adhesive or something on this door over here.
I think I found you. I did find you. I got you.
See if I can cut it exact this time.
Locked in. You're literally next to another Derek, like literally right below.
I think there should be enough wiggle room.
I think next live stream I'm gonna need to do it on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday in the middle of the day. I'm kind of trying to playing around with all the time frames and whatnot, and kind of seeing what works best for everybody. But the next one's long. Well, the next one's almost the same thing. It's like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So it'll be like a 2.5 hour stream.
It's right at the very bottom too. Let's see if we can get that out because it's very obvious, and his boy sits on this side. I think so. Oh, I think it sits on the other side actually. Doesn't matter.
That's really one of the only times that I'll use a 1-inch razor blade unless the glass is really dirty. Is I'll use 1-inch razor blades to remove windows or stickers. Excuse me.
It's on the outside.
Actually, this is the first Elantra I did. The next live stream was the 2015 Elantra, and that's the one I was talking to Martin about. This one I don't remember seeing the windows shift, but the other one the windows did shift. It was also a different model and was also 2 years older. I feel like that the older the cars get, the more shifty the windows get. James, what's going on, man? Welcome, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. Yeah, just at the very tail end of it, not to worry. I have another live stream that I'm going to be doing
Yeah.
soon.
If you're gonna do this car and you're hand cutting, just cut the quarters exact on the outside. There's enough wiggle room. I got no light gaps on the inside, and we're damn near to the top up there. It's a little shy at the top, but I mean, you're not. It's kind of like it's not up in the seal all the way up in there. But there's definitely no like light gaps on the inside, so
I probably could have
More
cut that
curious
top
about
edge
this.
just a little bit longer, just a hair longer, but still, yeah, that's not gonna be bad at all. There is no light gaps, and you can't really tell. Overall, Patrick, where you work up this year or down business wise? Well, I started Sun Solutions Tinting just this year in February, so I happened to start at the worst economic downfall since '08. But I'm making more money than zero, so I guess that's an up.
well, third spot. Must be from an old sticker or something.
I would say if I would have to
That's
bet
right
right now,
above
I'm
The
about
seal. It's
break
big
even.
and white. Hard to fucking miss.
Because Sun Solutions is gonna, it costs me overhead, film, the
There we go.
van, insurance, film, things of that nature, plus advertising, which I have to advertise because I'm a mobile business. I'm right around
Nice.
1450, 1500 a month. That's before, yeah. So I gotta make that just to
Windows
break
saved.
even.
Now that big white blob is not there anymore.
I was doing Tuesday. The problem with Tuesday is that now I'm trying to adjust it a little bit. I'm trying to do more of these live streams. So the live streams where it's just me and I'm just talking, they do all right, but there's nothing like it doesn't ruffle my panties. You know what I'm saying? People like the live streams where we're tinting cars a much more, and they do much better. So I'm gonna be doing more of these, and I'm shooting for Tuesdays and Thursdays. The problem is that these live streams are minimum 2 hours. You know, I did and they could be even longer. So I sometimes get home a little bit late on Tuesdays because I train in Taekwondo with my boy on Tuesdays, and sometimes like it's all I can do to get back by 7:30, and I can't be doing live streams too late because right behind me is my main my master bedroom, and my old lady like yells at me basically if I'm up too late.
Not too shabby. Let's see here.
I don't use the black card. I'll either use a smart card or I'll use a
Bulldozer.
MacTac when shrinking.
See one little spot back here.
Ken Glass, thank you very much. Appreciate it. Thank you very much. I love that van too.
Gone. And one little tiny little nothing finger right here.
Keyshawn James,
Which means I'm probably rushing the shrink just a little bit.
the smart card I use
hair
is
more heat
soft, like the
to
black
ensure
card, probably a
those
little bit
fingers don't-
softer than the black
You want
card.
to do an installation at the end, there is no fingers. You know what I mean? Yeah, it could happen. I mean, there's still moisture in there, right? So it's a possibility, but one tiny one here and there, obviously way better. You don't want to be working on fat fingers that you have to like shrink out.
Jeff H, yeah, this setup is kind of temporary. I'm actually looking into getting my own establishment within the next probably 6 months or so, less than 6 months. So I don't want to put too much into this garage when I'm going to be probably changing it in a little bit. But yes, the car is 15% for those of you guys that were asking.
Get all the
Andrew
excess
Ford, you
tint
do
off.
jiu-jitsu with your son? Awesome. I figured it was a good way to work out, and I figured it was a good way to hang out with my boy. So we
There's a
do
little something
Taekwondo 3 days a
saying,
week now.
just some moisture right in that back corner here. There we go. Take a quick towel, actually.
If you guys are on
Put it in
Facebook, there's like some sort of notification in the comments, like a bell or something,
Suck up any excess moisture.
that it'll tell you every time I go live. So you can just click that, and then that way next time I go live. Or you guys can go over to the YouTube channel over at Patrick Latman on youtube.com/Patrick Latman, I think it is. And you guys can hit the bell, and then that way you'll get notified as
Push out a
well.
little bit more. Not seeing any air pockets.
Yeah, next time I'm gonna talk a lot less.
All right.
I'm new to window tinter, and I need advice on how to tint the back glass of a Ford Transit. Ford Transit, like the van? Like the square ones? Those actually should be pretty simple. Yeah, I don't even think you need a shrink on those.
Almost done. Just gonna get some glass cleaner, clean the sides, check it out.
Let's see how far we're at. We're about 3 more minutes here. Fraser says, what are your thoughts on Matt's new
Solar
shop?
Effects
It's sick.
Foaming glass cleaner. Woo! They ain't lying when they say foaming.
It's the first time I used the Solar Effects
it
glass
smells good,
cleaner.
too.
It's so good. So much better than invisible glass.
Yes, my love. Quick answer. Yeah. We're not sending anything UPS. We're only sending everything USPS, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, you're good. I've seen it before. We don't ship to USPS. We don't ship UPS. All right. Yeah, it's just part of the thing. I gotta figure out to see if I can even remove that because it's not you, but like future employees or something like that might get confused. So I'll have to take a look at that for the future. Yeah. I mean, it's just them letting you know that like UPS won't send to PO boxes. So, but we don't use UPS anyway, so it doesn't matter. Excellent. I'm finishing up Paul's car right now. Love you. Bye.
James, if that's the case, I
I've
would
been
just
grooming the wifey to
hold on.
Help run DSP. We've gotten to the point where I've reached my limit of what I can do in my free time. Jesus, this fucking glass cleaner is awesome. So I've reached the limit of like my free time is maxed out. So I need more help. So the wifey is now staying at home. Both kids are at school full time throughout the day, so she can help me out, and it definitely gives her something to do, and we get to work together. It's fun. Let's see, let's take a look. Yeah, it looks good. Woo! That looks really good.
I'm a tint nerd.
All done. All right, guys. Well, that's it. Appreciate it. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that, you know, all the YouTube and Facebook stuff. And I'll see y'all soon.
All right, guys, that was